I was the one that saw it first.
Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to show how I made this Orc Freebooters Sunken Pirate Ship. So for this diorama I started by doing a rough sketch, and by rough I mean very rough. Check out my little orcs that look more like Peppa Pig. So for the main part of the ship I'm going to make it out of plasticine and then cover it with these base plates from a Fortnite set. So I start by getting the plasticine all nice and soft, and I can start getting it into the shape I want. So basically the pirate ship's going to be made up of two halves where it's been snapped in the middle. So once I've got the two halves how I want them, I'm then going to recast the base plates. This way, before they cure properly, they're still nice and soft and I can wrap them around the plasticine. And once they cure properly, they'll set in this position. I can then make as many of these panels as I need to complete the whole ship. As I'm making these panels thin, they cut really easily too. Now it's starting to take shape, I can start adding other bits onto it. And there we go, it's starting to look a bit more like a pirate ship now. I've even stuck a little Gretchen on the front. To make it look like the panels have been riveted together, I'm just using these little fake diamonds, as they work really well for this. So this bit's a little bit fiddly and time consuming, but it'll certainly look good when it's finished and all painted. So this diorama is going to be built into a photo frame, just like my last two dioramas. So it's just a case of taking the frame out and the glass panel, and then I can stick down a bit of plastic to the back, just so it gives me the full width inside the frame. So using my rough picture as a guide, I can see that one of the orcs is way up high in his little crow's nest. So for this I'm just using a little Lego bin. And there we go, he looks pretty good sitting up high. And I'm also going to have a guy hanging on to the front here. And I can do that by just cutting off the gun. His hand's already in a nice clenched fist. And there we go, I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking. And just to check it fits nicely into the frame. So I'm going to paint the ship and the frame separately, as this will be much easier to do. So I'm just working out where the ship's going to sit inside the frame, as I will be filling the frame up with sand at the bottom. For the giant octopus, I'm going to make him out of this polymer clay, which is great stuff because it's like plasticine, so it's easy to mould and manipulate, and then you just bake it in the oven. I'm also making his tentacles out of polymer clay, as well as the little suckers that will be stuck to his tentacles. For the base of the diorama, I'm just using this small gravel. Which I'm going to glue into place using PVA glue. And I'm also gluing some of that gravel onto the base of the ship. Now everything's had a coat of grey primer, it's starting to come along pretty good. I also made this shark with its teeth out of polymer clay. And now it's ready to get all the base colours on. Once that's all done, I go over it with a black wash. and then a dry brush just to highlight some areas. I'm keeping the background pretty plain, so I'm going to spray it a light blue. And now everything's painted, I can assemble it all together. For the last few finishing touches, I'm just going to add a variety of skulls at the bottom, as well as a chain for this anchor. So now comes the tricky part, as I want to fill the bottom half of this with clear resin. So I start by boarding up half of the front with this clear plastic sheet. And just to help make sure nothing else leaks, I'm going to use these 2 bits of wood and these clamps, just to keep it all secure and tight. So for the clear resin, I'm using this 2-part mixture, and it's mixed to a ratio of 2:1. This is a slow curing resin, so it gives it plenty of time for all the air bubbles to disappear. So I have to mix it up in small batches, as there's only a small little area for me to be able to get the resin in. In the end, I think I had to mix up about 6 different batches just to get it to the right height. So I've drawn a line on the plastic, as this is the height that I'd like the resin to go to. So it takes about 14 hours for this to cure. And here's the moment of truth to see if it's worked and hasn't leaked out anywhere. So overall it's not too bad, but when these 2 liquids are mixed together and cause a reaction, they get very hot. So part of the perspex is actually bowed inwards where it's got so warm. So the level of the resin's actually gone a little bit above my original line. And then it's a case of pulling off the plastic sheet, or in this case snapping it off in loads of little pieces. So let's give the edges a little bit of a sand down, but say on the whole I'm pretty pleased with how this came out. And to finish it off, I'm just going to make some waves on the top, and to do this I'm using PVA glue and some tissue paper. So it's just a case of mixing the 2 together and making it all uneven and wavy like. And once that's all dried, this is how it looks. Hope you like the video, guys. If you are new here and like what I do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell to receive notifications of my new videos that come out weekly. Hit that like button and leave me comments, guys. It's always nice to know what you think about the videos and what you might want to see me do in the future. Here's another video you may want to click on to see more of what I do. That's it, guys. Bye for now.